This is Mr. Mary and Jerry Grubbs. They will be lighting our torch today. Once it's lit.
Get that thing pushed in.
Man, that was close, wasn't it?
I just love when a plan come together. And it's almost that time, eating time. I know some of you were looking behind you and smelling whatever back there. There's some good food, that I must say. But now it's time for the closing remarks, and we're going to have Elaine William and Chuck Lester to come and give their words of wisdom in the process of closing this ceremony. Then we will have our blessing by Gary again. And then we'll let you know exactly what you need to do in reference to lining up for our lunch.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to say thank you to everyone who's participated in the Silver Arts events so far this year. It's been absolutely wonderful. We've had a lot of new participants. Want to invite you definitely to Delta Arts Center to view the Heritage Visual and Literary competition. We've got a piece of North Carolina history in one of the entries, a core sound. Judging has already taken place, so I can talk about these. A core sound boat. I think you'll find that very interesting. We've got a very intriguing visual piece in one of the categories. Rooster in Red Shoes. I would kind of like to know everyone's interpretation on that one. Get a chance. In the literary, we've got notebooks there that have got all the literary entries. Several people have really shared their hearts this year. If you can take time to read their entries, you'll find it enlightening and you may find it liberating. And in performing arts, that will be taking place Saturday, April 21st at 2 o'clock. Performers report at 1 o'clock. Don't get hung up on this 2 o'clock. Performers check in at 1 o'clock, okay? Also, any of our performing arts judges, don't let this preview of Mary bias you in any choosing best of show. In performing arts, every year I have a significant moment. The significant moment this year is one of the performing arts participants was sharing with me about how he had a stroke several years ago. And after his stroke, he took up playing the guitar. He said first all he could do, his hand froze. All he could do was just, do this and strumming the guitar. Now he picks it just beautifully. He came and did a serenade for us there at the Cricket's Nest one day. But I hope you'll come out to the performing arts presentation and support all the seniors as they share their hearts with you and their performances. I want to tell Mr. Clark and the community band thank you for the Mary Poppins selection. That I used to go to sleep listening to that soundtrack. I smiled in all the same places. I danced in all the same places. In fact, I almost came up here to get Mr. Felder to dance with me during the that close. And then I cried in the same places. So I love that. Thank y'all so much for doing that today. And thank you again for everyone for coming today and being part of the Silver Arts competition and the senior games. Thank you.
Well. Here we are on the eve of the games. Folks, this has been a wild ride. I can just tell you right now. I don't want to be long, but I do want to first off just say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. worked out that way. And I'm thankful for that. I was supposed to be working, I thought, I work with teenagers at church, so I figured I'd go to the rec department and work at one of the rec centers. Look where it got me, huh? I think God had other plans, but I do thank Him first and foremost. I want to thank a lot of people, but I also want to just give a quick report as far as the actual numbers we have in our system right now. When I say our system, our entries. We have 518 people in the senior games this year, y'all. That's a pretty big deal. And I got to tell you, I'd love to take credit for that, but ambassadors, I need all y'all to stand up, ambassadors. Would you stand up, please, and take a bow? Yeah. I got to tell you, I mean, these folks work, and I'm tired. They made me that way. But we did some good things this year, and we got some work to do, y'all. I mean, this right here is just a start. I did notice as I came to the stage that wall retracts, so we can get bigger and bigger and bigger as we go. So I'm looking forward to that also. The other number too, you've heard the number 200 thrown around quite a bit, but we have 228 people that are playing in the senior games for the first time ever, or participating in the Silver Arts. To me, that's a pretty tremendous number. And again, that's just a testament to all the work that's going on. Our friends at TV 13, you see them here today. I appreciate Billy and those guys being here to get some footage for our next promotional video. So we're already off and running for 2013, but we should probably play 2012 first. So we'll do that. But very quickly, I'm going to keep this brief. First off, Doug Hill, I know Gary said it earlier, thank you. Doug, he was here with us last night. He's been here with us for all the pre-meetings with Mr. Clark and our friends here. Thank you for everything you guys do for us. I mean, this is a great place to host the event, and we're very thankful for that. I saw Lisa Miller a second ago. Lisa, did Sharon make it with you? Where you at, Lisa? There you are. Sharon didn't make it. Lisa works at on one of our sponsors on the back of your program. You'll see the Kernersville Shepherd Center. Lisa works there. Okay? And I want to thank you and Sharon, the folks from Kernersville Parks and Rec. We had our first senior game kickoff, the East version, I call it, in Kernersville. And I tell you, our softball players were pretty excited because they got some good players out of that deal. But thank you, ladies, for all you do to get that word out for us. I want to thank some people on our staff. Miss Winston, Danielle, where are you at, Danielle? Danielle? She's probably got it in her Spanish language or something. Okay. There she is, in the blue. These two young ladies right here have kept things sane around it. Well, probably a bad word, isn't it? They kept things moving around the office. And there will be, I will tell you, some of you already called me, I thank you for that. If you see any issues with your confirmation form, please call me, because I'd prefer to know that now instead of having to deal with that when you show up. So if you have any questions or concerns, please call me and let's get that taken care of now. There will be other little glitches, so just work with us on those things, okay? Ms. Roberta? I'm sorry, you just happened to come across. I want to thank those ladies. As our steering committee, we got some folks from here. Vicki, you're here. Ms. Jean's here. So steering committee, please stand. I want to thank you guys for the work you're doing, ladies, for all the work you do. I want to thank a couple of people that are very important to us right now. I want to thank Rob Little, Edith Bailey, for all the work they've done on, what, 29 years of this now? How far are we along? You know?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. The upper 20s anyway. So Edith planned this thing from its inception until just recently, and I want to thank them too. I want to thank Rob for his encouragement, because I've called him on a regular occasion. He's retired, by the way. I shouldn't thank him for that reason, nor should I thank Haley, because she took another job right in the middle of all this. That was fun. But I do thank Haley for all the work of putting this thing together. This was pretty easy for me to do, believe it or not, because of all the work you've done. So I appreciate all that work. I want to thank just a couple other people, and some of those people had to leave. But I want to thank Tim Grant and our city leaders for realizing how important the senior games are to us. You got to realize there are a lot of, you look around, I got a lot of people calling us because they don't have senior games where they live. This takes some vision here, y'all, and this is a big deal. So I want to thank Tim and our city leaders for supporting the senior games. And also note that we're talking about, I shouldn't just say senior games, I should say senior programs. You guys be ready, because you're going to see a lot of things coming up at the rec centers and anywhere we can get to keep these senior games rolling year-round. So as you see those come across, don't just think, well, that's not for me. It is for you. So please come out and support us on that. I got a couple of other folks I want to thank here. How about our volunteers? Stand up, volunteers. We got a whole bunch of them right up here in the front. Sure don't think like they get a lot of young faces here. We were blessed to have a connection with the gerontology program at Winston Salem State University. These young ladies and gentlemen will be helping us referee bocce, cornhole, horseshoes, and some other scattered events throughout the week. So you'll get used to seeing their faces. They've been training. We've gone through 3 training sessions, have another on Saturday, don't we, y'all? So we're learning some stuff together. So that's been good. Finally, Elaine, thank you for all your work with the Silver Arts. I mean, I got to tell you, I basically just send her an email every so often and it's done. You have no idea the pressure it takes off the body. So thank you for your work. And then wrapping up here, I want to embarrass a couple of people here. Jolyn, are you and Ashley where you can stand up? Jolyn's still here? You better stand up. Where's Ashley at? Come on, Ashley, you better too, because I'm rather. The reason I'm trying to embarrass them is because they go to the Winston Lake YMCA. And I tell you what, Winston Lake YMCA, or stand up in the room, please, would you? That's what I'm talking about, is that right there. I mean, this is a good family right there. We're developing that throughout our community. That's not the only YMCA. If Chelsea were here, I would thank her for our opportunity to get to all the YMCAs. I think that was one of the good things we did with that Silver Sneakers program, just getting information about the senior games to those individuals. So that's been a good thing. In closing, I do have a couple of announcements to make to you, but Bob, Ben, thank you guys again, and ladies, thank you very much. In case you're not aware, and I'm going to have some of these back here. How rude not to have these ready. That's my mistake. I'm going to have these flyers. These are for the community band schedule. They do have a regular concert series. How much does it cost, by the way, to come in? It's free. That's right, yeah. I'm telling you, this is, you got to come see this. You just saw a taste of what they play right at an hour, and I'm telling you, they will just continue to amaze you at their skills and what they do. Our next concert is May 6th at Miller Park. Lord willing, we'll have good weather and be able to stay outside for a change, won't we, Mr. Bob? I don't think we had a chance to do that last year, did we? Seemed like we were inside all the time. One time? Okay. So come support them as well. I do want to just recognize one other group. I had to write these down, y'all, because I know I'm going to mess these up. I want to recognize our unique seniors. Lauren, you and Amy, or you and Ann and the gang, can you stand up? All you folks that do say what you're doing. And the reason I want them to stand and be seated is because I have seen them in action. These folks have practiced, and they've practiced hard. You're going to see them at your event. They're going to be competing with you. They will challenge you. You better be ready. So it's good to have them this year. I think this may be our first year having them along with us. Updates and announcements are very important. Listen to these, okay, y'all? This year, we've changed a couple of our sites from last year, so don't drive to Kernersville to the YMCA to swim or to play racquetball. We're not doing it there, okay? We are swimming at the Gateway YWCA, okay, right here on Main Street. So if you're in the swimming event, I saw a lot of you stand up. Make sure you show up at the Gateway YWCA. Our racquetball event is going to be at the William G. White, that was hard to say, William G. White YMCA, what I used to know as the Central Y. That's our racquetball, okay? So those are a couple of changes from last year. There was one other glitch on our system that I wasn't smart enough to fix ahead of time. All of you lady bocce players, raise your hand for them. I'll make you stand. If you're playing bocce, ladies, do not show, well, you can come up Thursday and support the guys, but our official game in Wisconsin is going to be on Friday, the 20th, okay? All your confirmations said the 19th. That's my mistake. I should have called that and I didn't. So we'll be out there at 10 o'clock on Friday the 20th with lots of judges out there.
And the pickleball is at Rupert Bell, not Haynes.
Okay, was that another program? Okay. Another announcement, if you're playing pickleball, we're playing pickleball at Rupert Bell Rec Center. Okay, so come out to Rupert Bell if you're in there for pickleball. Thank you, Laura. And we'll get started and enjoy having you out there then. And in case you haven't noticed, when you picked up your bags, you didn't have numbers. I hope that didn't break your heart. Those numbers were hard work, y'all. I don't think any of you ever wore one last year. I know with our cyclists we will, so we just scratched that. The Raleigh folks said that was fine. So you will not have numbers this year. Don't panic. If you don't see it in your bag, don't call me. Other than that, we're going to open back up here for those that were not able to get their bags earlier. I know we closed the door promptly so we could get our program started. So we will open back up there at, basically, I say, you still want to say 12:30? We'll go 12:40 now. We'll make an executive decision. We'll say 12:40. We'll open the room back up if you